Have you ever wondered if there are hidden forces that shape the events in your life? What if everything you experience is influenced by principles much larger than yourself, guiding you toward a life of purpose and intention? Today, we'll explore 12 universal laws, each one offering insights that can empower you to live with more clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. Do you feel that life is chaotic and random? Or could it be that the events unfolding around you are interconnected in ways you might not fully understand? And how can recognizing these patterns transform your daily experience? The law of divine oneness suggests that everything in the universe is intricately linked, like a vast, interconnected web where every strand is essential. It challenges the illusion of separation and shows us that what happens to one happens to all. Just like flowers in a meadow, each unique yet part of a single landscape, we too are individual expressions of a shared existence. This law invites us to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing ourselves as isolated beings, we recognize that we are all integral parts of a larger cosmic whole. Every thought, every action, and every emotion we experience sends ripples through this universal fabric, affecting more than just our immediate surroundings. Understanding this interconnectedness awakens a sense of responsibility. We realize that our choices don't just impact us, they resonate throughout the entire network of life. The law of divine oneness also ties into the law of vibration, which asserts that everything in existence is in constant motion. From the smallest atom to the farthest star, all matter vibrates at unique frequencies, and these vibrations influence the reality we experience. The energies we emit, whether through our thoughts, feelings, or actions, send out vibrations that attract similar energies in return. If you're experiencing negativity or challenges, it's an invitation to adjust your energetic frequency. By shifting your vibration, you can attract more aligned experiences without ignoring the reality of your current situation. Something is calling you, isn't it? A feeling that you are about to enter a new phase of your life. Like the video, subscribe, and keep connecting with content that will guide you on the journey of self-discovery. Your support is essential so that more people can feel this transformation. If you are ready to move forward, write "I am the transformation" in the comments. But vibration alone isn't enough. The law of action tells us that thoughts and intentions must be followed by deliberate steps. Manifesting your dreams isn't just about envisioning them, it requires action. This law underscores the importance of tangible steps toward your goals. Action is the bridge that connects the vision you have with the reality you create. It reminds us that small, consistent efforts, no matter how slow, will eventually lead to significant progress. It's not about making huge leaps all at once. It's about moving forward step by step. The universal laws that govern our existence are not just abstract concepts. They serve as guides for living with intention and awareness. One of the key principles that helps us understand the interconnectedness of our inner and outer worlds is the law of correspondence. This law emphasizes that your external reality is a direct reflection of your internal state. It suggests that everything happening around you is in some way a mirror of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Have you ever noticed how your mood can shift the atmosphere of a room, or how your mindset influences the opportunities that come your way? The law of correspondence teaches us that our external world is not separate from our inner world. It is a direct manifestation of what's going on within us. This realization encourages deep self-reflection. It invites us to look inward and examine the patterns, attitudes, and beliefs that govern our thoughts. Are they empowering or limiting? By addressing our internal state, we can begin to change our outer reality. Then, there's the law of cause and effect, one of the most fundamental laws in the universe. It asserts that every action has a reaction. In other words, nothing happens by chance. Every cause sets off a chain of effects that ultimately shapes the course of our lives. This law urges us to take full responsibility for our actions. It encourages us to be aware of how our choices today influence our future. Rather than living passively, waiting for things to happen, the law of cause and effect invites us to become active participants in our lives. The more conscious we are of our actions, the clearer we can see their potential consequences, and we gain the ability to steer our lives toward more intentional outcomes. The law of compensation brings the idea of balance into focus. It suggests that the universe operates on the principle of equilibrium. Every positive or negative action receives a corresponding response. This law reminds us that life isn't about punishment or reward, but rather about ensuring harmony. The effects of our actions may not always be immediate, but the universe always seeks balance. Sometimes we may not see the results of our efforts right away, but we're encouraged to trust in the process, knowing that every good deed, every positive action will eventually find its way back to us. Finally, the law of attraction operates on the idea that like attracts like. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy act like magnets, drawing experiences that resonate with your current vibration. If you emit positive energy, you'll attract positive experiences. On the other hand, if you focus on negativity, you may find yourself encountering more challenges. The law of attraction empowers us to understand that we have the ability to shape our reality by shifting our energy and focusing on what we truly want to manifest. If you feel that this video is aligned with your journey and you are ready to take the next step, like and subscribe. Your subscription is the key to deepening your awakening even further. Living intentionally means recognizing the impact that our thoughts have on the world around us. It's not just wishful thinking. It's about understanding that the energy we emit through our thoughts and emotions directly influences the situations we attract. The law of attraction teaches us that the universe responds to the energy we project. If we consistently focus on negativity, scarcity, or lack, we are likely to attract similar experiences. On the other hand, when we cultivate a mindset of abundance and positivity, we draw more of those opportunities into our lives. It all begins with the awareness of what we are focusing on in any given moment. This law reminds us that our thoughts are not passive, they are magnetic. They attract situations that mirror our dominant feelings and thought patterns. Are your thoughts aligned with what you want to create in your life? This idea encourages mindfulness, suggesting that by shifting our thought patterns, we can reshape our external experiences. The energy we put out is the energy we receive in return. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy takes this a step further, showing us that energy is constantly changing form. Nothing in the universe is static. It's always shifting, moving, and evolving. This law invites us to recognize the power we have to influence the energy around us. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are forms of energy, and by consciously choosing positive thoughts, we can shift the energy in our lives. Negative thoughts don't just linger, they transform. The energy we feel can change form, influencing our reality in ways we might not initially realize. It's important to remember that energy is never wasted. It simply changes from one form to another. Whether it's the energy from our thoughts, our actions, or even our emotions, everything has the potential to be transmuted into something different. By redirecting negative energy into positive action, we take control of the experiences we create. Every shift in energy, no matter how small, makes a difference. The law of relativity challenges our perspective. It emphasizes that our perception of life events shapes the way we experience them. Nothing is inherently good or bad. It's how we relate to the circumstances that matter. This law encourages us to understand that our challenges, though difficult, are not the same for everyone. What might seem like an overwhelming obstacle for one person could be a minor inconvenience for another. It's not about minimizing our struggles. Rather, it's about recognizing that our personal perspective can influence how we experience those struggles. In line with this, the law of polarity reminds us that opposites exist and coexist. Just as light cannot exist without dark, joy without sorrow, or success without failure, both ends of the spectrum play essential roles in our lives. This law teaches us that life is balanced by these dualities, and finding harmony between them is key. Embracing the full range of experiences, both positive and negative, builds resilience and adaptability, teaching us how to navigate the many challenges life throws our way. The law of rhythm reminds us that life moves in cycles. Just like the seasons change from spring to winter, our lives are marked by patterns of ups and downs, growth and rest. This law teaches us that everything in existence has a natural rhythm, a predictable cadence that guides the flow of events. The cycles of life are inevitable, and each phase has its own purpose. Understanding this law allows us to accept that life's rhythms bring both challenges and rewards. Just as the night always follows the day, our difficulties are often followed by opportunities. Moments of joy are often balanced by periods of reflection. Life is in constant motion, and the ebbs and flows are what shape our growth. Instead of resisting life's natural rhythm, we are encouraged to embrace it, trusting that each phase is temporary and has its own lesson to offer. By flowing with life's rhythm, we learn to appreciate the full spectrum of our experiences. Then there's the law of gender, which speaks to the balance of masculine and feminine energies in all aspects of life. This law is not about biological sex, but rather the universal principles of creation and manifestation. Masculine energy represents action, assertion, and logic, while feminine energy embodies intuition, receptivity, and nurturing. Both energies exist within everyone and everything, and the harmony between these forces is essential for balance in life. Creation, growth, and transformation arise from the interplay of these energies. Whether we are embarking on a creative endeavor, building relationships, or navigating challenges, we are constantly balancing these forces within ourselves. It's important to recognize that we all have both masculine and feminine energies, regardless of gender. This understanding isn't about adhering to societal expectations, but about acknowledging the need for both active and receptive forces in our lives. When we integrate both energies, we unlock the full spectrum of our potential. We can assert ourselves when needed, and also embrace our nurturing, intuitive sides. This holistic integration of masculine and feminine qualities is key to our personal growth and transformation. Thank you very much for staying with us until the end. If this content made sense to you and is helping with your awakening, share it with those you believe can also benefit from it. If you haven't liked it yet, take the opportunity now to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any content we've prepared to support you on this journey. If the video touched your heart and you want to support even more, consider making a donation through the Super Like. Additionally, we have an exclusive members club for those who want early access to new messages that go even deeper. Now that you know more about this topic and the impact it can have, please share your opinion below and tell us your story. Each account is important and could be the key for someone else to take the next step in their awakening. Our goal here is to grow together, so share this video with your friends, family, or anyone who might benefit. Thank you very much once again, and see you next time.